Hi, this is Annie from Forest of Art and Healing Arts, and this video is the first part of a series in which we will give you suggestions for how to strengthen your immune system. In this video, I will be focusing on showing you how to release restrictions in the liver. The liver works with the lymphatic system to fight pathogens and clear them out of your system. The liver is one of the primary filtration organs of the body. A healthy liver helps keep the immune system functioning well. The liver is the largest solid organ in the body and is responsible for filtering the blood. All of the nutrients that enter the body are sent through the liver after they enter the bloodstream. It is fed blood to filter from the intestines, the spleen, and the heart. It takes out dead pathogens, expired hormones, and dead cells from the blood. If these waste products remain in the bloodstream, they act as toxic agents. The liver is also a primary metabolic organ, producing bile and amino acids. It is important to have the filtering system be healthy before we begin to further stimulate the immune system in our next videos. Freeing up the liver creates the conditions for increased flow in and out of the liver, allowing to better detoxify the body. We are going to stretch the fascia of the organ itself and the ligaments that hold the liver in position because tension in the fascia of the organs can inhibit the organ's functioning. We are also going to find and work on malfunctioning areas of the liver, and these can be felt as hardened or deadened areas. They could also be filled with stagnated blood. Before we start, if you have any medical problems or with your liver or your gallbladder, consult your physician before doing these exercises. You will find your liver in your abdominal cavity, mostly on the right side. It fills the entire right side of the lower half of your rib cage, below your diaphragm, from front to back. So here we've made a drawing of my liver, and you can see it comes across the midway on the left side of my rib cage, and then it comes and wraps around, dips down to the bottom of my rib cage, and then takes up most of the width of the back. It's a very large organ. Before we start, I want to also show you the hole in the diaphragm where the blood flows from the liver back to the heart. Through this hole travels the vena cava, the large blood vessel that returns blood to the heart. I'm going to show you 3 ball rolling exercises for your liver. I'm using the YogaTuneUp Coregeous Ball. This ball is really useful, it's indispensable, and should be part of everyone's home healthcare toolkit. You can get one of these from us here in Berlin, or you can get one online, and we'll provide a link below this video. You're going to use at home, when you do these exercises, you're going to use the Coregeous Ball on your bare skin for maximum effectiveness. I'm going to show you these exercises with my shirt on for the video. So for the first exercise, you're going to roll the core ball over the entire circumference of your liver, and you're going to search for areas of most restriction. And what you're looking for is a place that doesn't roll as easily over the ball as other areas and just generally feels stiffer or more unyielding than other areas. Once you find where you want to work, you're going to roll the ball to the edge of that stiffness and breathe deeply. So for these exercises, I'm also using a yoga bolster as a rest for my head so that I can completely let go of my neck and shoulder muscles. So the first move, what you're going to do is you're going to roll your torso on the core ball, covering the entire circumference of your liver, looking for areas of restriction. And when I mean that you're looking for areas of restriction, it's going to feel like a slightly stiffer area that is more unyielding than other areas. So So I found one right here. And then what you're going to do once you find this area of restriction is you're going to hold it in max stretch. However, you don't want it to be painful. Your organs need ease to release. But you're going to use your breath to soften all of the layers of the fascia, which will then stretch your liver. So you're going to take in several deep breaths, softening onto the core ball. And you're going to continue breathing and hold this position until you feel a change in the tissue. And then you can go to the next area of restriction that you may have found when you rolled. So, if I roll to the front, I feel a restriction here. And I'm just going to allow my torso to soften and spread out on the core ball. And for the purposes of this video, I'm going to cut it short, but I would hold this for several breaths until I felt a significant change, a significant softening in the hardness or the restriction in that area. And you can also look for restrictions in the back part of your liver. Don't forget to check the back part. And if I found one here, there may be a diagonal. I may need to shift my legs around. So right here, I feel a diagonal, nice stretch here. And I'm gonna breathe into my liver. Again, I'm gonna continue breathing and hold it until I feel a softening and a change in the tissue. And then to come out, just roll up and come back onto your hands. So for this next move, you're going to use the core ball to stretch this part of your, the muscles just on the right side of your spine, which will stretch your skin, your fascia, the fascia around your rib cage, and it will stretch your liver in this direction. So I'm going to start lying on my left side, and I'm going to slowly rotate my torso on the ball until I catch that right side of my spine tissue. And once I feel the ball has caught and gathered the skin and the fascia, again, if you're using this on your bare skin, it's going to catch and really stretch that fascia to this side. So I've got to pull on the fascia in this direction. So towards my right. I could even increase it a little bit with, maybe I'll bring my leg out to this side. That's really increasing the stretch. And I can feel my internal organs. So I can feel inside my rib cage, my liver is gently being stretched in this direction. And I'm going to hold and soften with my breath until I feel a change in the tissue. If after that exercise you feel uneven in your rib cage, repeat it on the other side. For the third exercise, you're going to lie with the right side of your rib cage on the Coregeous ball. And then gently but firmly compress the lower left part of your ribs with your left hand, catching the left part of your liver. So there's going to be pressure between the right side and the left side And with that pressure on your liver, you are going to breathe in and expand your diaphragm against that pressure, allowing the push against your diaphragm to squeeze out your liver. And then with the inhale, you're going to imagine that foramina of the vena cava right about here expanding with your inhale. So you're going to really encourage that blood to flow through the vena cava back towards the heart. So it's going to be something like, so gentle compression here. As I inhale, I imagine the foramina widening with my inhale. It's in the diaphragm, so the inhale is actually expanding the muscle of the diaphragm, opening that foramina, and the blood can more easily leave the liver and go back to the heart. You can repeat this 3, 5, 7 times until you feel, you may feel a flush of energy, a flush of heat. You may feel a deep relaxation. You don't want any painful or difficult sensations. If you feel anything that's really uncomfortable, come out of the exercise. And if you have any questions about any of these exercises, you can write them in the comments below, or you can email us at the email address listed in the description.